Low expectations, you know what happens with low expectations? It leads to low freaking results. It leads to settling, right? I don't care if your low expectations is there to protect you. So many of us, we have low expectations because we want to protect ourselves. So we expect less from people. We expect less from ourselves because we don't, because we don't want to let ourselves down. Is it not letting yourself down by cheating your life? Is it not letting yourself down by not getting the most out of your life? Is it not letting yourself down by not doing what you're capable of doing, by not meeting your potential? That's letting yourself down, okay? Go listen to the podcast. We at 2K. I appreciate you guys, right? Everybody's watching on the replay. Start coming on live at 7:30 Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. At least Monday and Wednesday for sure. Make sure you get in these broadcast groups so you know when I'm going live. Make sure you join the text community. We are about to jump in. What up, Kathleen? What up, Sophie? I appreciate you right now. 3 people, okay, that you don't need in your life anymore. 3 people that will break your heart. 3 people that will ruin your life. 3 people that you don't need in your 2024 if you're trying to make next year the year. If you're trying to make next year your year. Share this right now if you feel this. Still drop the emojis in the chat because I'm feeling y'all's energy. What up, Amanda? I see you. If you're trying to make, I'm going to say this year ain't over. If you're trying to make the rest of this year your year, if you're trying to make right now and say, you know what, this is the moment where I shift into what I deserve. This is the moment where I shift into the life I know that I'm capable of living. This is the moment where I stop accepting less. I stop doing less. I stop being around less. I stop keeping my life around mess. This is the message where I level up. This is the day where I level up. This is the moment. Forget tomorrow. Forget next year. Forget next week. We are sick and tired of being sick and tired right now. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired right now, drop a heart in the chat. This is the moment right here that we say enough is enough for real, for real. We tired of talking about it. We tired of making threats about it. We tired of saying next time. We tired of giving chance after chance after chance after chance. Yes, I get it. Forgiveness is mandatory, but another chance is optional. Write that in the chat. Forgiveness is mandatory because forgiveness frees us. But another chance is optional. Right? Another chance doesn't have to exist, especially when you're given chances. When you're given chances. So 3 people that you don't need in your life anymore, especially in 2024. Number 1, all right, the person that gives apologies without change behavior. And by the way, this is not just about intimate relationships. This is about relationships in general. Friendships, partnerships, business-ships, relationships, any ship that is sailing in your life, this applies to. Some of you are keeping people in your life that are so damn good at giving you sorries when they sorry. They so damn good at giving you change words. They're so damn good at taking advantage of your forgiveness. They're so damn good at knowing how to coddle your emotions. So they give you change words. And so many of you have accepted those changed words as changed behavior, and you allowed those changed words to make you think that that person or people have changed. And you've kept yourself in a cycle of pain, change words, back to pain. Pain, change words, back to pain. Being let down, change words, back to pain. And there's been no change behavior. I am deaf to what you say until your actions give me a reason to listen. Write that in the chat. This is a mantra that you need to stand on and stand by. I am deaf to what you say. Can we get to 3K people? We haven't reached 3K people all year here live at one time. I need all y'all to share this right now. Let's turn this up because I'm just getting started, by the way. We got about 15 more minutes together. Let's get to 3K people. I see we had 2.6. What up, what up? Let's get it. Let's go. Let's share. Everybody here, if all you share, I promise you we'll get to 3K people. If you're feeling this, if you feel like, man, this is actually a powerful message already, let's share it. But some of us, we have continued to keep things and people in our life that hasn't gave us change behavior. And I want to tell you this. I know this is common sense, but I'm going to speak to your common sense self. I want to tell you this. If the behavior hasn't changed, nothing will change. Okay? In 2024, we are not keeping people in our life that have been saying, I'm going to support you, and they never support you. Right? They say, I support you. They say, I'm proud of you, but never show up for you. Change words. They say I'm going to be there for you, but they never show up for you. Change words, no change behavior. 2024 is the year where I'm not saying we just kick people out of our life, but we spend less time around those people. Because you know why? It is darkening your life. It's hurting your heart. It's making you feel less about yourself. You're feeling like, man, nobody supports me because you're around the wrong people. It's only lonely at the top when you're around the wrong people. I got a squad where it ain't lonely at the top. We don't have many, but we got few, and that's plenty. But some of you are keeping your life around these things that's like, oh, they always telling me they support me. They're proud of me. They always telling me all these things, and I fall in love with their words, but yet they never show up. So if I'm you, this is my rule, and it's changed my life. I give people the option. Either you're going to step up or you're going to step down, right? Either you're going to step up or you're no longer going to be able to show up in my life, period. And I know that seems cold-hearted, but I would rather be viewed as cold-hearted than live broken-hearted. I would rather be viewed as cold-hearted than live broken-hearted. We at 2.8. Let's get to 3K, maybe even 4K, 5K today. We haven't been there in years. Let's get it. Okay, so number one, the person who gives you apologies without change behavior. 2024 is the year that we're no longer accepting that. We're no longer going to accept these words. We're no longer going to accept people who act like they're stepping up, but they never show up. They never show up with their change. They never show up with their support. They never show up with the things you show up for. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, the person who takes advantage of your forgiveness. Listen, I talked about this recently. I understand giving forgiveness. I understand giving people chances. I'm all for that. Nobody is perfect. But there's some people that literally are taking advantage of your good heart. There's some people that literally walk all over you because they know they can do it. There's plenty of people in this world in your life that are literally never going to give you change behavior because they know that you're just going to forgive them anyway. And you're going to allow them to keep doing the same things over and over and over and over with no repercussion. And I got to be real with you. You got to stand on business, as I call it. You got to stand on your principles. You got to stand on your morals. You got to stand on what's real. You got to stop allowing people to take advantage of your forgiveness, your forgiving heart, which I would always tell you to keep because we need to be forgiving as human beings, but we don't need to be misused as human beings. So number two, you got to stop keeping people in your life that are literally just taking advantage of your forgiveness. They can treat you how they want to treat you, do what they want to do to you because they know, oh, I'm sorry. They know that, okay, cool, next time. They know, okay, it's okay. We'll work through this. It's okay. They know they can depend on that from you. And I'll tell you something that's real. And I want you to listen up. The more chances you give a person, the less respect they will have for you. I'm going to say this again. You listening to me? Write this in the chat. The more chances you give a person, and again, guys, I want to let you know, this is not just about intimate relationships. This is life, holistically. Your job, your whatever it is, your friends. The more chances you give someone, the less respect they'll start to have for you. You know why? Because they know you don't respect yourself, and people don't respect people that don't respect themselves. Yeah, they might not like it when you say no longer. They might not like it when you say, no, not today. They might not like it when you say, I'm done. They might not like it, but you know what? They respect it. You know how people don't give me disrespect? Because I'm not going to accept it. You disrespect yourself every time you disrespect yourself every time you allow somebody to take advantage of your forgiveness. Every time. You got to make a decision right now to say, nah, I ain't feeling that no more. Nah, I ain't operating. We at 3K, by the way. Let's go. Let's keep it turned up. Let's go. Sorry about that. That was kind of loud. But real talk, man. Like, you got to get to the mindset where you stop feeling guilty for doing what's best for you. And that's what this world wants you to do. They want you to feel like a bad person because you stop accepting bad in your life. They want you to feel like there's something wrong with you because you decided to stand up for yourself. Right? When you stand up for yourself, that's when people say you change. When you stand up for yourself, that's when people say you're acting different. And I want to tell you this. If acting different means that you're no longer tolerating BS in your life, you're no longer tolerating nonsense in your life, you're no longer staying around the things that are tearing your life apart, then my friend, then being different, you're different, it's not a bad thing. That's an amazing thing. I don't want you to stay the same. I don't want you to accept the same pain. I don't want you to accept the same toxic. I don't want you to accept the same people that just want to use you. I don't want you to accept the same things that the same people that just want to take advantage of your forgiveness. I don't want you to accept it no more. I want you to love yourself more. I want you to honor yourself more because you deserve that. You letting people walk all over you. You letting people take advantage of you because you don't believe that you're worthy for anything else. You believe that this is the best life can provide for you. You're afraid to go on that journey alone. I want to tell you this. Sometimes it takes being perfectly lonely for you to understand what being perfectly loved feels like. Sometimes it takes being perfectly lonely for you to understand what being perfectly supported feels like. And the reason I've been saying that since 2013, y'all. And the reason I say that is because you get to spend time with you. And the more you value you, the more you treat yourself in high regard, the more you treat yourself with high standards, the more you give yourself what you're expecting somebody else to give you, then guess what? You no longer become addicted to less. You no longer are in a cycle of accepting what you shouldn't accept because you set the standard for your life. You know, in this book, Protect Your Peace, that you need to pre-order right now by typing peace in the comments. One of my most powerful principles is you set the tone for your life. And I know I've been telling y'all this for over a decade, but you set the tone for your life. And I know it's not easy. I know it's hard to leave something that's familiar. But my friend, you've been spending the last decade, the last 5 years, the last year, staying in a known pain that's been tearing your life apart. You know what it is, but you're expecting something different. You know what's not going to change, but your good heart is holding on to potential. Man, what if it gets better? Hell, I hope it gets better. But the truth is, some people are addicted to not doing better. And some people won't do better until they have no choice but to do better. And my friend, you aren't giving that person, those people, those friends, the choice. Because they know they can give you bare minimum and you're going to accept it. Now I want you to ask yourself this question. Are you a bare minimum person? Is anything about you bare minimum? Is anything about you cheap? Let's have that conversation. Think about it. Is anything about you bare minimum? Hell no. Ain't nothing about you bare minimum. You are unique. You are custom made. You are one-on-one. You are rare. You are incredible. You are priceless. But yet, you accepting bare minimum. Nah. It changes today. It changes right now. You cannot afford to go through another year, spend another year in your lack, in your less. The journey might be lonely, but the journey is worth it. I want you to be so addicted to seeking an unknown peace that you never experience and break that cycle, break that tie from that known pain that you've been in for the last decade. You deserve to be free, my friend. Free from less, free from lack, free from being used, taken advantage of. You think that's what God created you? You think God created you to live broken? Let's be real. You think God created you to live broken? You think God created you not to go live your best life? And sometimes we blame God for the situations we keep ourselves in. God, why is this happening? And God is like, because you're allowing it. And I know that's not true for everybody, but for some of us, we got to take self-responsibility and say, man, if I keep myself in this situation, then why am I praying for healing when I'm keeping myself in the pain? Why am I praying for better friends when I'm staying with the same friends that suck? The same friends that tell my business. The same friends that talk behind my back. The same friends that take our private conversation and make those private conversations public information. The same friends that smile in my face. But they're so good at talking ish around behind my back. At some point, you got to say no more. At some point, you got to say, this is my life. I don't like what I see, but I have the power to change the channel. I have the power to demote, promote, remove, delete, add on. I have that power. And if you're not adding to my greatness, if you're not adding to my peace, if you're not adding to just me loving myself, you ain't got to give me nothing. But if you ain't adding to that, I'm subtracting. You know, I said this quote in Friends back in 2014. Sometimes the best way to add to your life, write this quote down in the chat. Sometimes the best way to add to your life is to subtract from it. Sometimes the best way to add to your life is to subtract from it. Now I'm going to speak common sense. If you want to add peace to your life, subtract the drama. If you want to add peace to your life, subtract the pain. If you want to add peace to your life, subtract the people who constantly make you start a war within yourself. We got one more person to touch on before we leave here today. But some of you are allowing people in your life to start a war within you. You keeping the peace with them, you keeping the peace with everybody, but you starting a war within yourself. You staying up late at night, tears on the pillowcase, not loving yourself, thinking that you ain't made for more, thinking you will never be anything because that person told you, without me, you'll never be nothing. That's so funny, man, when people say that. Oh, without me, you think, man, you know how many people that I've lost in my life, quote unquote, that thought that? And every time they remove themselves, this is facts. My life elevated. My life felt lighter. My life felt more peaceful. Yeah, they brought a lot to my life, but guess what? They were taking a lot from my life too. So don't you for a minute allow somebody to manipulate you, to make you think you need them to live life. They ain't God. They ain't Jesus. They didn't give you breath. They ain't your heartbeat. But you believe that. But you believe that. You can't heal your life by staying in the pain, my friend. And this is not a message, just leave stuff that's difficult, right? I'm not talking about that because some of us, we quit on things that we shouldn't quit on. That's a whole nother lie. But I'm talking about that thing and those people and that stuff in your life that you know is not serving your life for the last 5 years, 10 years. And you've been complaining to your friends. You've been complaining on Facebook, posting posts, quotes and everything else, but you haven't done nothing about it. 2024 is the year we do something about it. It's the year you free yourself from that crap. It's the year you free yourself from that nonsense. It's the year you free yourself from the things that's been holding you back. Everybody in the comment, type free. Type free. Type free if you're going to free yourself. Number 3, because we got about 3 minutes. Number 3, shout out, man. We've been at 3K consistently. Shout out everybody watching this on the live. Thank you, everybody who shared. I appreciate you. Listen, I'm going to keep showing up for y'all as long as y'all want me to. I've been doing this for over 10 years. Y'all know on these lives, and you guys keep showing. We've hit the biggest live of the year. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit the notifications. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you join the broadcast channels so you get this information, okay? Continue to share this because it helps me and more importantly helps those that need the message. Last one that we offer. Give me 3 more minutes of your time. I hope y'all getting something from today. You know, my heart is really bleeding out today. My heart is really speaking, so I apologize. Not really, but I do apologize for the super passion, but I just can't lose another person on my watch. I just can't allow you to think you're not enough. I just can't allow you to think that you have no worth. I can't do that because I know I can give you a different perspective where I see greatness in you, where somebody might not see nothing in you. And you believe in a person that sees nothing in you. Believe me. Believe in the belief I have in you. Okay? Last one. Okay? This is the person that you don't need are people. The person who only loves you just as much as they can use you. All right? 2024. Hell, right now, we ain't being used no more. Or should I say misuse? It's a better way to put it because sometimes we're meant to be used, right? We're meant to be used for a good reason. Misuse, right? Some people only love you as much as they can misuse you. And what I mean by that, write that in the chat. That's a quote. That's a bar. My prayer was like, God, please reveal what's real. right? If the intentions ain't pure, let me know. But some people only love you just as much as they can misuse you. When they stop misusing you, when you stop allowing them to misuse you, you're going to see how they really feel about you. And it's facts. When you take it away, you're going to see how they really feel about you. When you say no more, you're going to see how they really feel about you. When you say, nah, I ain't feeling that, you're going to see how they really feel about you. When those benefits end, whatever those benefits are, maybe it's sexual benefits, right? Let's be real. Let's talk. We grown in here, right? Maybe it's financial benefits. The list goes on. When those benefits end, you're going to see how they really feel about you. When they no longer have access to your life like they used to, when it says access denied, when they go to put the code back into your heart and it's like, boop, 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 and it used to be like green light, it's going to be red, it's going to be like, denied, you're going to see how they really feel about you. Right? When they no longer have that same access to your heart, that same access to your peace, they're going to put in the code for your peace, 935. Boop, it used to be green, it's going to be red. You're going to see how they really feel about you. You're going to get text messages, calls, subliminal posts online, all the things. You're going to see how they really feel about you. When you can no longer serve their life, that's when they're going to serve you disrespect. When you can no longer serve their life, that's when they're going to serve you hate. When you can no longer serve your life, that's when they're going to serve you the truth about you. Because some people ain't speaking a truth to you because they want to misuse you. And as long as those benefits are beautiful, as long as those benefits are beautiful, it's pretty, as long as those benefits are purposeful to them, as long as those benefits is what they need, then guess what's going to happen? As long as they getting what they need, then they going to pretend like they for you. People pretend well. And I've already told people this in my life. Listen, I want you to live your best life. If I'm a person that hinders your life, I'm never going to talk about you. If you had to make a decision, say, Trent, man, like I love you, but I just can't have you around for whatever reason. Maybe I'm too much for you. Cool. I'm never going to talk bad about you because I love you so much that I want you to do what's best for you, even if what's best for you isn't best for me. So in 2024, right now in 2023, you make that decision, you're going to see how they really feel about you. Right? When that access denied, boop, 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 access denied. When the terms of your life be updated, you're going to see if they accept the terms. You're going to see. You're going to see if they accept those terms. Most people ain't. When the terms are no longer, you can treat me how you want to treat me. When the terms are no longer, you know what I mean, you can do whatever you want. When the terms are, I can give you apologies with no change behavior. When the terms was, oh, you can take advantage of my forgiveness. When the terms in your life have read that, they like, cool. But when you change the terms, when you update the terms, like when iPhone updates their terms or some update their terms, they ask you probably don't even read it, but they ask you like, hey, do you accept it? They ain't gonna accept it because the term is gonna be like, nah, you ain't treating me like you want to treat me. Nah, it's gonna be reciprocation in this relationship. Nah, I ain't accepting less. Terms, I'm no longer accepting less. Terms, I will no longer be treated like I'm not a priority. Terms, you gonna give me what I'm giving you. Terms, I'm no longer accepting change words. Terms, I'm no longer allowing my forgiveness to be taken advantage of. Terms, and some of you need to write those terms down. You need to write the truth about your life, the facts about your life, and you need to stand on those terms. And you're gonna see how people really feel about you. But some of you are afraid, and I get it, to offend people. All right, you've been offended for so long, but you're afraid to offend people. You're afraid to stand up for yourself. Today's the day where that ends. Or else, I got to keep it real with you and straight up with you. You're going to keep living the same lifestyle, accepting the same pain forever, complaining about the same things, being in my inbox, talking about the same stuff you've been talking about for the last 5 years. That's the truth. That's where you're headed. I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know people's future. But I do know just the law of life. If you don't change anything, you're going to experience the same things. So if you don't like what you're experiencing in your life right now, you got to make the changes that need to be made. And everybody won't like it. Everybody won't agree with it. People are going to talk about you. People are going to make you feel like you the villain. They're going to act like they the victim. They're going to gaslight you. All the stuff that they're going to do. But when you are addicted to your peace, when you prioritize your peace, when you understand your peace is your power, you understand peace is priceless, all that stuff don't matter. It's like you get disconnected from what they got to say, how they feel, the rumors they spread, lies, truth. Who cares? I know my truth. And I've been living by that since 2013 in my life. I've had people leave my life and spread rumors and false information. I don't respond. I'm so into my peace, why should I respond? I will never give you the power to think that you can provoke a response from me when I know what you're spreading is lies, because I know my future will always reveal what's real. And the truth is, I just keep going. I keep growing. I keep focusing on what I can control. And when you do that, that's when you continue to elevate your life. But you can't sit in the same environment expecting not to be affected by that environment. You can't stay in the same environment expecting healing. Like, you just can't. And I know you understand this. I know you know this. But you got to do something about it, y'all. And that's my last ask of you, my question to you. It's what you going to do about it. You heard these words today. Some of you lit up the chat. And I know this might seem very insensitive, but I've been doing this long enough. I know how this works. Some of you lit up the chat. Some of you said amen. Some of you said, this is the best live ever. I need to hear this, and I'm doing this. And when you pressed in, maybe you're motivated for an hour, 2. If you're lucky, maybe 3, maybe 2 days. But then you're going to go back to the same stuff that we just talked about and get back in the same cycle. And I know it's easier said than done. I know it's incredibly hard to break cycles. I know it's a lot easier to say it than to actually do it. But what's going to make it real for you? That's what I want to know. And for some of you, developing a deeper meaning for your life, give me 2 more minutes, y'all. For some of you, developing a deeper meaning for your life. Because when you develop a deeper purpose, you know, the purpose mindset is something that I'm teaching. I'm not going to talk too much about it because we can protect your peace season. But 2024, some of you are going to be coached by me with the purpose mindset. I'm going to teach you the power of the purpose mindset that has changed my life. But when you're in a purpose mindset, right, you create a meaning for your life. You understand what your life is about. You have an idea on what you're created for. And you ask this simple question. What purpose does this hold? And if there's no purpose in it, you free yourself from it. Because you understand that life is too short not to live in purpose. And for some of you watching this, the reason why you haven't stepped away from what you know you need to walk away from, the reason why you haven't made the decision that you know you need to make, is because you have no higher meaning to your life. It's because you have no purpose. In your life, you haven't understood what your purpose is. And so when you develop a better meaning for yourself, when you fall in love with your peace, like I talk about in this book, Type Peace, when you fall in love with your peace, and you fall in love with your greatest self, and you fall in love with your purpose, you don't have time to waste on people that just want to waste your time. So it becomes a lot easier to make those decisions. I always tell people this. I never say no to people. I don't think I've ever said no to a person personally, because my good heart always wants to say yes. My good heart always wants to give so many chances. And I have. I'm talking to myself as I'm talking to y'all. I'm looking right at myself in this phone as I'm talking to y'all, so I'm not exempt from this message. I've given so many chances. I've lowered my worth so many times because my good heart, because I want to see everybody win. But it changed for me when I prioritized my peace. It changed for me when I said, man, if you keep accepting this, Trent, where is this going to lead? So I want you to get clear on what you want for your life. And the beautiful thing about that is you're the creator of that meaning. You can create whatever meaning you want. I want you to get clear on the meaning you give yourself, the meaning you give your life. And it's a simple formula. That's hard to do. If it's not adding to the meaning, if it's not congruent with the meaning, then I don't need it. I've never told a person no. My principles have. I've never told a person no. My peace has. I've never told a person no. My standards have. See, my good heart will keep me in situations all the time that break my heart. I'm damn good at breaking my heart, just like you, because you have such a good heart. But what if your peace, your principles, your values, your standards start making the choices for you? What if your peace said, hey, I know you really love this person. I know you want to support this person. I know you see the potential in this person, but man, they stripping away your peace. They taking me, peace, away from you. What if your standard said, hey, I know you want to be around them. These friends, I know they're kind of fun, but they're not in alignment with the life that you say you want to live. So every time you're around it, you're lowering your standards to meet them at their level. And you're creating low expectations for your life. And you wonder why you feel like something is missing. What if your principal said, hey, listen, I know you want that opportunity. I know it looks good. I know it feels good. I know it seems good. I know it's portrayed as good, but I'm telling you, the principles ain't there. So if you take that opportunity, then you're going to feel like you're losing yourself. I want to tell everybody that's rocking with me this morning, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you for surviving everything you've been through. I'm proud of you for getting everything you're going through. And I know I'm on these lives talking so much passion. It's because I care. I know it's incredibly hard. But I'm here for you. I'm providing YouTube content, podcasts as much as I can just to help you a little bit. And if this live has helped you anyway, just drop a heart. Let me know in the comments. Thank you, Denise. I appreciate you. Thanks for the star senders. I appreciate y'all. If this live has helped you anyway, and you're on the fence about this book that I'm very unapologetic about pushing, because it's going to change the world, and it's dedicated to my mama, rest in peace, type peace and pre-order this book. Go to trentshelton.com and pre-order this book. And I'm going to tell you to pre-order because you get so much extra stuff with the pre-order that you might as well pre-order it and take advantage of the benefits. But this book is going to help you protect your energy from the things that drain it, protect your mind from the things that disturb it, and protect your soul from the things that don't fulfill it. And even if you don't read, you need to read this. If you got any type of, man, I needed this today, protect your peace, you need it. I love you. I appreciate you. Make sure that you are set up your notifications. Make sure you're a part of the broadcast channels. I'm going to do some incredible stuff in these broadcast channels that nobody else will know about. Make sure you are in tune with everything that we're doing, okay? Because this is the year where I'm going to help you more than ever live in the purpose mindset and live your best life. I am literally dedicating my all to you guys. And all I ask is that you show up, you show out, and you make the world respect your greatness. But like I say at the end of every single video, it all starts with you. It's rehab time. Let's get it.